Hello and welcome back. I just want to talk about dealer service plans. I was going to incorporate this into my daily vlog, but I'm going to do this as a separate video because I believe this would be quite interesting for people who aren't necessarily following me and are just simply searching on YouTube about service plans. Now, I'm not going to go into any particular garage, dealership, and waste their time asking about information because I would not want that. So therefore, I'm going by a leaflet that's been put through my door. So I want to make a little disclaimer at the beginning of the video. This is no dig at the garage involved. This is nothing like that. This has been put through my letterbox this morning, so I'm only acting on information they have given me. Okay? So I'll just leave that one there. I'm not going out and directly pointing my finger at one dealership. But what I will say is all of them do the same thing. So I'm not giving them any leeway in that sense. They all are on the rob, to be quite honest. But I just want to show you this, because it's on here. I'll swing it round and I'll talk to you about what it is. So this has just come through my door this morning. Along the lines, obviously it's advertising cars for sale as well. But no dig at the garage. I use these. Not a bad garage, I will say. But this is what I want to talk about. This is my favourite with them. Service plans. Now, please, I'm going to swing this round. Now, you guys out there, the ones buying the cars, I'm the mechanic. I know you don't know nothing about cars. As in, you claim to be the customer. You come to us, the garages, to have your car worked on. But what I'm pretty sure all of yous are obviously educated people within your own sense of what you do. So, next time you buy a car and they try selling you a service plan, just take a step back and do some basic calculations. It's common sense, a lot of it. Really is common sense, where they're trying to sell you something which sounds good on paper, but in reality, it's a complete rip-off. If you haven't watched my channel before and you're not aware of this, go through a few of my daily vlogs and you'll see the parts that we use, and you'll also see other videos that I've done along the lines of this. But like you've already seen, all the filters that I use is the same as what you get from the dealer. I've shown you that on other videos. And also what you've picked up as well is when I'm using new cars under warranty, I still go through the dealer. So if this, for example, is Davison's here, Vauxhall and Volkswagen. If I was to service a Volkswagen or Vauxhall, I normally buy, I don't through Volkswagen, I use TPS. I would buy the part from them to keep the warranty up. The only difference is they charge £120 an hour labour and we don't. So you're not getting no worse job done. Like I've mentioned, on all my cars, I go the extra mile and do the jobs a lot better than what the dealers do. I've got all the dealer equipment and stuff, what they use to do resets and got updates and God knows what. But anyways, onto this, I want to just show you. So this come through my door this morning. And this is the page I'm focusing on here. In the other one, because they're mainly about other like selling cars. We're not interested in that. So this first one's a very good one. Yeah, I like this one. Fixed price repairs. Now what they're basically saying is that it's a fixed price. So if you go into them and you ask to have your brakes changed, right, or they request you to have your brakes changed, they're promising you that's a fixed price. Now we've all seen what happens when you work on older cars. And even new cars, is their promise there is what they're saying is, so if they are changing your brake pads and they break something, they're claiming they're going to pay for it. So if they're taking your caliper carrier off and a bolt snaps, they're claiming that they are actually going to be, they're claiming they're going to fix it for you. I don't believe that. So what I did was, I made a quick phone call and just asked about what this is. And what they said is the price is fixed, as in if they quote you £200 for the brakes, it'll only be £200. I can't see why it would be more. I never quote somebody £200 for a job and then change the price at the last minute, unless something along the line breaks. And that's what they're basically telling you there. Fixed price repairs. So if they quote you £200 for the brakes, what they're saying is if something breaks along the line or something is damaged, they're going to replace that bit for free. But they're not actually saying that. What they're saying is if they quote you £200 for the job, it's only going to be £200. But that's how it works. If we quote somebody a price for the job and it goes exactly the way as planned, they don't get charged anymore. Usually it's a bit less because I overcompensate for the quoting. So again, big con, big lie. Next one, minor service. Now, bearing in mind they're £120 an hour labour, so that's only leaving you 50 quid in parts, in oil. You're not going to get much in 50 quid in oil. So what they're saying is minor service. Our minor service will help prevent any problems, blah de blah, and the big ones. They are replacement service, 12 months or 10,000 mile, whichever comes first. So basically, what they're saying is here, a lot of these Volkswagens, bearing in mind this is dealing with Volkswagens, use VW 509 and 508 spec oil. Most new Volkswagens have a schedule, I've wrote it down, of 24 month or 20,000 miles. So 9 times out of 10, if it's just an old person's car and they've only done a couple of 100 mile or 1,000 mile that year, they are going to take your car in and look, because they're bringing out this 12 month, 10,000 miles. Some are, some aren't, but the majority aren't. They'll charge you £169 to do nothing. Basically, nothing. And they're not doing anything wrong, because if that's part of the schedule, if it's 24 month or 20,000 miles for the oil change schedule, they technically are not breaking the law. But I bet you when they hand you your keys back, they'll say, there's your car done, it's had a minor service. Now, if I expect something's had a minor service, I expect it's had an oil change at the bare minimum. So there's a big con right there. And like I've said, they charge £120 an hour labour. So you tell me what a dealership's going to give you for 50 quid. They'll probably charge you over £20 for the oil filter. They'll probably charge you 60 quid or more for the oil. Probably actually a lot more than that. So there's a big con. And also, it states only up to 2 litre engines. So again, you're dealing with little flipping, what do you call them? Polos and all the smaller range stuff. And I can guarantee if you went in with a big Touareg or something, obviously they would say no. But if you went in with the bigger ones, that's telling you there, £200. So what they're going to charge you is 200 quid for an oil change. And probably most of them Touaregs are on this 24 month or 20,000 mile. They will charge you £200 and do nothing. Just a check and a few top-ups. So down to the next one. A major service, £350. Now, a major service in my garage is oil and filter, air filter, platinum spark plugs, whatever it may be, or if it's a diesel, you get the fuel filter. So, what are they saying about this? Well, let's have a look. So what they're saying is our major service will help your car run smoothly. Load of rubbish. The recommended service intervals, see? Oh, sorry, I've actually looked that up myself, and they've got it written in here, 24 month or 20,000 mile, whichever comes first. So what they're stating is on this one, they're going to do, remember, this oil, this is genuine Volkswagen oil, so they're classing that as a major 24, so the oil's only due then. So for a major service, you're going to be paying £350, and that's more than likely only going to be an oil and filter change for £350. And you'll think, well, no, they'll be doing air filter, spark plugs, they'll be doing fuel filters on the diesels. Incorrect, because at 24 month or 20,000 mile, most cars do not require an air filter. I've seen normally they're around 30 or 40,000 or 3 or 4 years, and the fuel filters are roughly the same. So maybe for that price, you might get an oil and filter change and a fuel filter, or maybe a set of spark, even the platinum spark plugs, they're normally upwards of 60,000 mile they can go. So for this kind of money, for £350, you will be lucky. Bearing in mind they've got the exclusion here of the only up to 2 litre, and then you're up to £400 for the bigger stuff. So what you're going to be getting for your £350 or £400, what I would guess at most would be an oil and filter change and maybe an air filter, or an oil and filter change and maybe a fuel filter. They will definitely not be putting platinum spark plugs in if it's a petrol car, and I can't imagine on most of the diesels where they've got the expensive fuel filters, they'll be doing that, because most fuel filters and stuff are 3 years or 30,000. Same with the air filters are exactly the same. So there's a little kind of con, and they've got here, better quote, we'll match with our price match, just bring a quote with you on the day. So I rang them up about that one as well, and I stated, I've been, because bearing in mind TPS are a genuine Volkswagen spares place, and I said I've been quoted an hour's labour £120 plus the price of the parts. I said it was only going to come to £300, and I said that was doing everything. everything on the car, as in oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, pollen filter. So I says, what will you be doing? I said, if the car's got that mileage and exactly what they said, it will be done per schedule. So for 400 quid, if it only requires an oil and filter change, that's what they'll do. And they'll say you've got a major service, they'll say they'll do this, but so I said to them, I said, so can you do a price match? And they asked, says, have you got your quote? I says, yes, I've got a quote. And they says, is it a main dealer? I says, no. I said, it's an independent garage. Sorry, we don't accept independent garage quotes. So there's another lie. Underneath of that, they haven't written, it has to be a main authorised dealership, i.e. another Vauxhall or Volkswagen garage. So there's another pack of lies. So, final bit, I'm not bore you too much, but I just want people to please, when you're buying cars, think twice before buying service plans, because you are getting ripped off. Now, this bit is one big, bold, yellow section in here. Life is better when you go all in. There we go, telling you. Only, well, I'm saying, just for £33.45 a month. Notice the little asterisk. Notice it's got written on only 2-litre engines. Notice it's only vehicles between 3 to 6 years. As well, when you go through all of this with the warranty issues and this, that and the other. So anyways, that looks brilliant, doesn't it? So what do you get for that? Warranty cover. No, you get your warranty anyways. You get that as standard cover when you buy any car for retail value from a dealership. That's rubbish. Roadside assistance. Yes, that's again something I thought, yeah, but most people, when you look, you've already either probably pay for your AA or RAC separately. You may get it through a lot of people who work for these big organisations like the AA and stuff, and NHS, you get like this thing as part of the package where you get like free breakdown cover. And like to me, I pay, I think, £10 a month through the bank, and I get me travel cover, I get me breakdown cover and everything. But I've had a little look into this as well, roadside assistance. It's the very much basic cover, so you're not getting nothing worth more than, probably not even worth having, to be quite honest. So don't think you're getting full gold cover where you get company cars, they'll bring you from London. It's basically the basic, what do they call it, the one where they can, if they can't repair your car, say if you're away from home, they'll only take you to the nearest garage. They won't bring your car home to your local garage. So all they'll do is, if you break down, they'll take you to the nearest garage to where you are, which is maybe not what you want. So anyways, that's just a whole lot of babble to draw you in. It's all to draw you in. So you get 2 MOTs. Wow. And you get 2 services. So all you've got to do is pay £33.45 a month. That doesn't sound like much, does it? Until you actually add it up. So £33.45 times 24 months is £802, 80 pence. Now it's getting substantial. That's nearly £1,000. Then we'll go down, we'll divide that by 2, because naturally you get your 2 services and MOTs done over 2 years. So there's £401.40 for a service and an MOT. Bearing in mind what we've just looked at on the other page, that's all you're going to be getting. An oil and filter change, at best, maybe an air filter, or a fuel filter, or a pollen filter, if you're lucky, for £400. So work that one out. £400 for an MOT in a basic service. Now, people say, oh, I didn't think of it that way. It's better doing it, just paying it like that. So if that's the case, everybody does online banking nowadays. Just go into your bank and set your own standing order up. You do it once, you never have to do it again, so that a set amount of money comes out your account and goes into a little holding account, and you'll have that money. And I can guarantee that £401 for an oil change, say at this garage here, I could do a full service, oil and filter, air filter, fuel filter, full check over, the works. Look on my channel, you see how I do it, and an MOT for less, probably around 200-ish pounds, depending on the vehicle, obviously. Less for littler vehicles, tiny bit more for bigger vehicles. And you work that out, that's half the price. Half the price. £400 a year you're paying just for an oil change and an MOT. So really, do the math. I don't know, everybody's not into cars, but that right there doesn't involve knowing a single thing about a car. So there you go, just £33.45 a month. Well, what you could do there, like I mentioned, most cars don't need a full service every year anyway. So like I've mentioned, on 1 year, you would do the full lot, full service and an MOT at my place, and it would probably be around the £200 mark for the full whack and the MOT. But the year after, if you're not doing many miles, all you're going to need is a basic oil change and the MOT, which would be barely 120 quid, something like that, ish. So probably less actually if it didn't need no other work done to it. So just do the maths there. So if not just me, independent place, using again approved genuine Volkswagen oil parts filter. I've showed you that. I don't have any this week, but like I've mentioned here, these are dealer parts. These are genuine Volkswagen parts that I've got sitting here. I use all the dealerships. You've seen on my other videos, it just so happens this week I've normally got boxes full of Toyota parts, Ford parts, you name it. So like I've said, you work that one out. If you're paying $33.45 a month for £400, if that can be done for less than half, you would only have to pay £15 a month to come to somewhere. I'm not saying come to me, I'm saying anywhere. You get it for half the price. And you're getting the same parts and everything. The only thing is you're not paying £120 an hour's labour. So I just thought I would do that one because these shiny pamphlets and leaflets that are coming through everybody's door, they look all great and fantastic. They come through your door and you think, oh, that's great. That's only £30. I pay more than that for Sky. But when you actually do them and you work it out, £400 for an oil change and an MOT. Think about it. Save yourself some money. We've all seen the price of fuel at the minute and all the price of our gas and electric in our houses. You can half that money and get exactly actually a better job done from somewhere like here. Yeah, we don't stand and valet your car. Yeah, we don't hoover it out. But at the end of the day, you bring your car into a garage to be mechanically worked on. You take your car to a valeting centre to be valeted. So remember, again, when they start with the valeting and the messing about, they'll spend an hour or more on your car messing about, cleaning it, when what would you rather have? I'd rather have somebody on doing work on me car, going around me brake lines like I've this one, go around the brake lines where there's any bits of rust, put a bit of wax oil on, put some grease on the pipes, little bits like I mentioned, trays under trays like here, doing little repairs on them like I've done, What Ford would have done there was ring them up and say they need a whole new section of, these are expensive, a whole new heat shield on it. This is going to be an extra £200, madam, where in fact all you need is a plastic bottle cap, believe it or not, to keep it up, and it does exactly the same job. And these are older cars, but believe they do the same to people with newer cars. They will pull faults and pull your new car to bits. All just to get money. So I'll leave that one here. I just thought I would do that one. I'll say again at the end of this video, this is not a dig at that company. It's the fact they put it through my door. So I'm quite within my rights to advertise, I suppose, for them. That's what they're offering. They're claiming that's a good deal. Look into it better and you'll find out it's not a good deal. You're actually getting robbed blind. Like I've mentioned, if you haven't reached your 24-month or what did they say, 20,000 mile service schedule, you are actually paying and having nothing done to your car. Yes, they'll do a safety check. Yes, they'll do all the sprucing it up and everything, but you're getting no servicing work done. They'll not tell you that though at the reception desk, I bet you. So, we'll leave that one here. Please, if you like this video, hit the like. Please leave a comment if you've got anything you wish to say or ask about it. And if you haven't already done so, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And thank you very much. I'll catch you on another video. Bye.